ignition. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
We are humans, not animals. Those are people.
Every 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle function.
There's a train pun joke there, but I can't seem to get it on the tracks.
Good one. Good one. So, how's it going? What was that?
That's not a milk jug.
No,
that's why I was in the bathroom. I had too much of the milk jug.
All right. Oh, goodness gracious. So, it's Thursday. Alex is gallivanting around in Canada at the moment.
Yep, being a nuisance to society.
Tyler's back on parole.
Yep. They let me out because I had good behavior.
Yep. Oh. So how's it going? Going good?
Pretty all right.
Pretty all right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, episode 25 today. Alex would probably say it was episode 92 or something dumb. Because he's Father Time, you know. We're discussing Matthew chapter 24. There'll be wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places, pestilence and famine. That little ditty.
He's totally, unequivocally guilty. There's not enough oil that'll let that guy slip through anything. He needs to go back and get tried.
That
out of New York.
That is craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, it's just about as crazy as there's no list in the Epstein files. But let's not get down that wormhole.
But why is she in jail? Why is she in prison if there's no list?
Yep.
Anyway. Wars, rumors of wars.
Hey, Justin Bieber is releasing his first album in 4 years tomorrow. Yes. It's talking about rumors of wars and...
What's that got to do with wars?
I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be something controversial on it. Huh?
Oh, released right after the Diddy stuff, huh?
Mm-hmm. How coincidental is that?
That's quite the coincidence. That is quite the coincidence there, isn't it?
Put on the X-ray goggles to check into that one.
Yep. All right. So Matthew chapter 24. I'm gonna read a few verses here. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us then, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Jesus answered unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. These are the beginning of sorrows. So, we are in an era right now, where there seems to be wars, rumors of wars, pestilence, famines, earthquakes in very diverse places. It's kind of an interesting time.
Yeah.
I don't know which category you want to start on, if we want to go war, earthquakes, or some of the others. I sent a couple different things to the group today. I don't know what you guys are most familiar with at this point with it.
That video you sent about the amount of earthquakes that has been going on, and just up till this point, was pretty interesting.
So
that was pretty cool.
That was a video that I sent July 1st through July 8th. Over 300 earthquakes on the west coast of the United States alone. That's not the entire Ring of Fire. That's the entire west coast of the United States. That to me seems a bit excessive. I know it is the Ring of Fire. I know it's a very active area, but it just seems a little excessive to me. I don't know about you guys. Obviously, no damage is being done because you would hear more about it, I guess. But it just seems like there's a lot and people need to be looking. Mount Rainier in the last 24 hours, so after that point, has had over 200 earthquakes on its own, just on Mount Rainier alone.
A lot of shaking.
A lot of shaking.
But
that's 200 earthquakes all at the cone of the mount where the volcano crater is. I don't know. This is a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, you've just been 12 hours ago. I just did a quick Google search, and Hawaii's Kuhalahu volcano, I know I butchered that name, so forgive me, erupted, shooting lava up to 1,200 feet into the air. So that's right in that Ring of Fire area.
Yeah. It's excessively active for everything else going on right now. So, I mean, do we believe? I know with the they put out today that they are starting to practice the sacrifice of the red heifers. They're actually starting to legitimately practice that, and that is another sign of the beginning of the end times. Is that third temple being built and the sacrifices that belong there? It's kind of an odd situation that I think it's odd that we're living in this time, but I don't know if you guys remember, when we were growing up, everybody thought the world was going to be done by 2017 anyway, because they were counting a generation as 70 years, and 2017 was 70 years after the reformation of the country of Israel. That's one thing that I remember, but then we made it to 2017. Nothing happened. We didn't die into 2012 when the Mayans said we would.
We didn't die in Y2K.
Yep.
But here we are, 2025, and things are still kicking. But
well, it's kind of like, I mean, the scripture talks about as it was in the days of Noah, and in how long did Noah say it's going to rain? Get ready. I mean, it's kind of the same aspects. I mean, when I was a little squirt in church, there was evangelists that would come through, and they would have a whole slide presentation talking about end time things.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say. Like, part of me is like, we as, what I want to say, common day Christians or current day Christians, we need to use it as a witnessing tool more so than a scare tactic. That's for sure.
Yep. And that was something I wanted to get into towards the end of it. Because I don't want to talk about this to scare people, because in there it tells you to not be afraid.
Yep.
You know, in that verse section of scripture, don't be afraid. These things must come to pass. You know?
Yeah.
So it's these things have to happen in the end time. So we just have to keep our eye out, keep watching, and just watching all the time at this point, because I believe the day is getting closer. And I know we heard that a lot when we were little. It kind of faded out there for a little while, but I feel like we're working back into that mindset where we need to be watching. The end is coming.
Yeah.
1000%.
Things are progressing quite quickly at the point. So
Yeah, I mean, humanity is always. I think we as a collective people, in general, try to take it one step further to surprise each other on how crazy we can make things. Like, I just if I went and traveled back in time and told us when we were all teenagers, like, hey, you know, this is how it's going to be in the future with all the things of how people perceive and their personalities and all the alphabets that's going running and rampant and things. We would be like, nah, it's not that. It's not going to be that bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
So you just take, and we as a species always make things faster. I mean, we have, our phones have gotten so small, and the chips that have gotten so small. There's a supercomputer out there that they're talking about that's they invented its own state of, I think, matter to be able to be used in these supercomputers. So whereas the people are just kind of going fast and fast. Hard telling what the future is going to be like and how the end time message is going to be needed.
right. I was watching a thing this week. It's kind of a sidetrack. I guess I'll play the part of Alex today. Watching a video this week. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's one of the founders of Ethereum. Cardano. He was a backer behind the dire wolves. He was talking about they were able to freeze light.
Yes, I remember hearing about that. Yes.
So somehow they've made light into a liquid and a solid, and we're able to freeze it. We're able to now transport data without a signal from one spot to another with that quantum teleportation. That's something new. We are progressing so fast.
Yeah.
Here in the last couple of years.
There's a new way of 3D printing. It's not on the level as kind of how we've just talking craziness, but just in terms of how rampant we try to make things better. This new way of printing, they use a gelatin, and they stick the needle inside the gelatin, and that releases what I'm going to say is the filament to create a rubber item. And they just put their hand in the gelatin and pull the item out.
What?
Yeah. It
what?
was Disney engineers created it. So look it up if you want to see the video. But it's just one of those things, like, we as a people, when it comes to convenience, that is something we are like grade A on. Yeah. Like we're all about making things quicker, better, faster. Popping the Daft Punk song.
You got to think, what type of computer would have taken 10 years ago to be able to live stream and be able to record like this? I'm doing it on a $130 or $170 laptop I bought on Amazon. Yeah. It's not, everything is getting to a point where it's fast and easy to attain. And it's just so much technology at our fingertips at all time. So I don't know. I don't know how much of the war stuff you guys looked up. I looked up a few things. There are currently 15 conflicts going on in the world. I had no clue there was as much of an issue. Most of them terrorist insurgency related, where those groups are trying to take over countries. So, on the list here, if Israel and Palestine, as said, that conflict started in 1946, and it's currently still going. The Somali Civil War. So, Allied Domestic Forces Insurgency, and this is from the Congo, Uganda, versus Islamic State, so ISIS. They label the Mexican drug war as part of it, but it takes. I guess, since we're officially putting our armed forces against them, I guess it technically would be a war now at this point. So, Boko Haram insurgency. So that's Al-Qaeda, Taliban trying to take over. The Syrian civil war, which technically has not ended, even though they've overthrown the regime. I guess it's still going. Mali, basically the same thing. Al-Qaeda, Islamic State trying to take over. Pakistan's still unstable. Yemen's still in a civil war. Afghanistan's still in a war. Iraq is doing its thing with Islamic State. Myanmar has a civil war. Not to forget the Russian-Ukraine nonsense. China and Taiwan, and Israel versus Iran. On top of, Germany is now sending troops outside of its own borders again.
How many times do we got to teach you this lesson, old man?
Yep. Germany just, that's the one that surprises me, that anybody's going to trust Germany ever again. You know?
Yeah.
That really surprises me.
Yeah, speaking of Germany, we went to a restaurant. It's German themed. And they give you, pretzel and bread as a little appetizer.
Yeah.
And that pretzel, you can dip it in a couple sauces, and they're like, here's some mustard. And I'm like, oh, I can handle mustard. I dip my pretzel in that mustard. I will not trust German food ever again, because that mustard about sent me in the daggone hospital because it was so spicy. I could not breathe. So yes, I've never trusted Germany ever again.
That's funny. No, that's Tyler Todd. Doesn't trust in Germany again because of the stinking pretzel. I think they deserve to not be trusted for many other reasons long before this.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
But
oh yes.
That's
Currently. That's why my personal vendetta is that mustard was too spicy.
Looking
Or I'm too.
This article came out about a week ago. It's talking about Germany's current plans is to build Europe's largest army.
Yes. That's exactly what they're planning on doing.
Like, why would you need to be Europe's largest army? You're not Europe's largest country.
That's so they can control all of Europe again.
Yeah.
That's not the direction I thought this episode was going to go, but we can go there if you want to. I almost recorded an episode by myself last week about this very topic. And I have those notes available if mouse would work right. So, okay. But
I think that's kind of what they're planning. I think they're planning on Russia to start doing more and distract people from what Germany starts doing, and they can kind of push forward a little bit before they really have anybody coming against them.
right, but the odd part of all this is that the rumor has it in the end, Germany and Russia will be on the same side, coming from the north and from the west, down to a little place called Jerusalem. That is the rumor.
Yeah.
But the prophecy that Irvin Baxter always taught was that Germany is the leopard on the in Daniel when he's talking about all that stuff and how it has 4 heads. They've had 3 rises to power. One in the late 1800s, World War I, World War II. Well, if it has 4 heads, that means it has to become up again, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I think we're in that time right now where it's rising. What pushes them over? I can't really tell you what pushes them over, other than they have such a large push of Muslims into the country that maybe, just maybe, they go in, they start taking over the government, and the next thing you know, they're going on their merry way down to Israel.
I thought you were going to say spicy mustard when you said Muslim.
No.
I was going to say yes.
No. I will tell you, Tyler, your audio is good, but your camera is a little on the glitchy side today.
I know. I thought maybe it will clean up on other people's ends, but I don't know what's going on.
So
You mean to turn it off, turn it back on?
You don't have to. I don't know what that would do since we're technically live on Rumble at the moment. I mean, it might work if you want to go ahead, and I got the time. I ain't got anywhere to go.
Nope. That didn't fix it.
Nope.
Try this way.
Continue on a new track. That's fine. He'll be back in a minute. Oh, Leo, what are we gonna do?
I don't know. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. We're just here, kind of going. We don't have Alex to drag us along.
I found this interesting article that I just come across now.
What's that? Go ahead.
The title of this article says, wars are not won with, or wars are won with code, says German military AI maker. I guess the German military is putting a bunch of money into AI and trying to build things that I guess we can take down, like their technology and stuff. They're trying to get AI to be able to build stuff for them that can help them advance.
So I mean, that's the way the war's got to go, because that's what Ukraine just had, that really big insurgency into Russia. They sent all those drones and they wiped out their jet fighters with drones, and that's crazy to see, crazy to think of.
Yeah,
But I mean, if they're using drones, you just gotta wait a little bit longer until all them weapons that old DJT's sending over again, just to see what's going on in the war over there. He's back.
that's better.
That looks better.
You're not lagging as much, so hopefully that's good. So, we've moved on to talking a little bit about the Ukraine insurgency, where they just saw the drones and destroyed the entire fighter jet fleet,
Ooh.
bomber fleet, whatever it was, in Russia. How AI and all those different things are getting pushed into it more. That kind of goes into Andrew a little bit. I don't know if you've seen that or not. He heavily pushes AI into all their products. And it's kind of cool what they're doing, because it's just, they've got, I don't know, we talked about something here before. He's trying to make that all inclusive helmet that the soldiers can wear. So it's a heads up display kind of thing, like you would see in Halo, where all the stuff, you can literally see where all the combatants are, all the people on your team, all the enemies.
Mm-hmm.
But he's trying to tie it into all the jets, all the helicopters, everything out there. That way, everything communicates locally and gives that best information to our soldiers. That's kind of, I don't see any other country pushing AI further than we can push it as far as war goes, though.
You have the biggest tech companies in the world almost all bidding on trying to beat each other out of the AI race, the supercomputer.
Yeah.
I mean, Microsoft just had a bad day in the Xbox line where they laid off over 9,000 people. And it's because Microsoft is getting more into the AI race is part of that. They're trying to save money, save face, and put their funds in other places. And they think AI, because AI is going to be used in so many different places in our world, and and within the wars and culture as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there is, I mean, it's something else that for a long time Silicon Valley was so against anybody doing anything with technology for the government, for war. I keep going back to that interview with Lucky, or Palmer Lucky, because that's what a lot of people got mad at him about when he left, when he was, his time ended with Facebook, and he started started Andrew, so the defense contracting company that he started. He had a bunch of people that said, "Hey, wherever you go, I'm going to follow," until they realized he was starting a defense contractor. And then he lost a lot of friends and a lot of people because they don't think we should be giving that type of power to our government. And truthfully, they do need to give that type of power to our government. It's just we need to protect our country with the best that we absolutely can put forward. As few lives lost as possible, but send the message across. And you can't do that with the old style World War II, get in the trenches type of fighting.
No.
You know, well, I guess that'd be technically World War One was the trench fighting. You can't do that and not wipe out entire countries. You mean you can do it now with AI? You can go in, you can cripple nations where they can't function.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's,
I mean, speaking of AI, I've just right now in South America, I can't remember the country, but there is an issue going on with its leader and a deep fake video of some adult things, and it was being used to attack a reporter. This reporter had some things to say that was in against the leader, and then now there's a deepfake video of her in
Oh, really?
in a not too good position. So it's you're talking about crippling nations. I mean, it can come back the other way, where the nation can use it to silence any opposition.
Yeah. I mean, that is where we're at. Is that AI has gotten to a point that is a war in itself
Mm-hmm.
that needs to be fought. Is you have it's people should be able to have fun and do those different types of different things. AI can be something used for good. Sadly, a lot of people are using it for wrong purposes and that kind of purpose where they're using it for defamation because AI is getting to a point it's so good you can't tell
No,
Yeah.
real from
really
fake.
bad. It's really bad.
You
I mean,
cannot tell it.
this is what's how crazy we're kind of going back to how fast as a human species can make things better. When we first started this podcast, it probably, I don't know how many videos in, we had just touched on how they were using AI to create these like fake videos, and we never even thought it was going to get that good in the beginning. Like people would use AI like Chat GPT to create this or that, but there was imperfections. There was some weird looking images that the AI would create. Now, just within this a set of a year, you have videos that can trick you. I
Yeah.
mean, legitimately trick you.
Yeah, that one going out there where they're talking about, basically all the reporters reporting all those different things.
Yeah.
And there's, nope, this is fake. That's fake. It does look real, and it's crazy. And where does it end?
Yeah. I mean, I'm seeing videos more and more in my reels, and again, these could have been around for a while, but they're popping up more frequently now. And I'm challenging myself to see if I can tell if they're real or not. But most of the time, you can kind of tell because they're talking about something so outlandish. Like no one in their right mind would be a pastor of a church and say these things, or be a minister on a podcast and relay these things.
Yeah.
It just, I think they're playing it up to show how certain individuals can be so um, what's the word I'm trying to look at? I'm really foggy. My head's still very tired. So
That does happen.
oh dear Lord, so enamored with different biblical things that they're doing these videos to show like just how bad it could get to. Like you'll be kind of blindsiding your common sense. And so that's what these AI videos are showing. But the fact that they're so real, they're so lifelike. If someone wanted to put a politician or a huge celebrity in a position where it looks like they're talking to someone and they're a podcast, or they're having a private conversation with you and they say these things, I mean, you're talking about a can of worms. You have people who are older who cannot understand and receive like this is not real. That's
Right.
going to
Well,
fool them.
especially in today's culture where as soon as something comes across, it's sent to everybody.
Yeah.
It's sent in every single direction to every person out there. All the media outlets pick it up super quick. And they're not verifying whether it's real or not.
No.
They're just sending it straight out saying, hey, this is what happened. When really it didn't. And that's something we got to watch for is what information you're pushing forward, what information you're not. Because there's a lot of false information that gets pushed so quickly.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to even think half the time. You got to kind of wait a day after you hear news. It's certain people. I mean, there's stuff going across Facebook and that certain celebrities have died and all these kinds of different things. And then next thing you know, you see that celebrity saying, "Hey, this isn't me.
Yeah.
I'm still alive." But are they still alive, or was that AI?
Right.
Now I don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
at all. So,
Yeah. It's getting pretty bad. I seen a video today that with Marco Rubio was talking about how I guess it was like a press briefing about how someone deep faked his voice and some voicemails and stuff or that were left about top secret information and stuff, and they made up a bunch of stuff that he supposedly said in this voicemail, and it sounded just like him. And so he was talking about that, and like we got to get better at figuring out what's real and what's not, because that could cause some serious problems if it's getting to that point.
right. Well, you have that, but at the same time, you also have where that bill was put through where states can't do anything, ban anything with AI for 10 years. So the next 10 years could get wild because the federal government, I mean, I don't think the federal government should have that type of power to say what states can and can't do, but they put that law out there saying that you guys can't touch this, you can't regulate this. So how bad is it going to get? Because I know California was pushing for a while, trying to push that down where you can't make those fake images and make fake videos. Way to go and fumble the microphone.
Quick recovery. He's like, I didn't do anything.
I got it.
Yep. Too bad we pointed it out. But
Womp womp.
yeah, I don't. It's what has to happen. It's what has to happen for the government to come in and take control over it and say this has got to stop. I don't want it to. I don't think the government should have that type of power. But
That's the
what
part that
and
kind of
when?
that's the part that kind of scares me though. Is what are they going to do when they go to stop it? Like, how are you going to stop it?
They're going
You
to
just
create a
start-
department.
Shut down the whole internet for everybody and say you can't do anything.
I
They
bet
silence everybody, and
I bet you what could happen real quickly, just like they with the Federal Trade Commission, with the Federal Communication Commission. It's going to be they're going to create a new department, and it's going to be about regulating AI, and it's going to give all that through them. It's all going to go through the government first before it's being like checkmarked and be given the okay before it can be used by public. And then you're going to get a dumbed down version of it, or never going to get it at all.
Yeah,
it's going to get to the point where the government has to verify everything you post online before it goes public, and then that goes back into censorship, and
then it goes on your social credit score, and you post fake stuff, and then they take your internet access away.
Yep.
That whole bit. So the next thing you know, we're China.
Yep.
North Korea.
Canada.
Canada.
By the way, Canada, you can keep Alex. He's all yours.
No takebacks.
Nope, he ain't coming back. You get
take
all that in the flip flops, every bit of it, all yours.
That's funny. No takebacks, sir. You cannot send him back. Also, let him have some Tim Hortons.
Let the guy have a donut. Give him a donut.
Okay. Where do we want to take this now?
To the donut shop.
Yeah.
I want a donut.
Kind of.
I want a tractor tire.
Trying to think. The donut shop I used to go to here recently, I've been getting the jalapeno cheddar sausage rolls.
I thought you were going to say that was a donut. I'm like,
no,
hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
It's not a donut. No, it's not a roll, but it's not a donut at the same time. It's kind of like in between a roll and a cake donut, somewhere in that.
It's like a kielbasa or something? Like they put that sausage and everything in the dough itself?
It's ground up sausage, not kielbasa.
Okay.
It's ground up sausage, cheese, jalapeno.
And they put that inside like a pastry.
It's it's between the consistency of a cake donut and a roll.
I've had something like that similar when I was in Texas. And I can't remember what it was called. They made it all kinds of it. You can get breakfast food inside of it or sweet inside of it.
Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely delicious, but I don't try to go there very often because my diabetes won't like it. So
diabetes.
So let's go back. I want to go back to let's talk about that point that I want to talk about earlier. So on this thing, it says, "See that ye are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass." There's a group of people that like to fearmonger information. And that right there, why did everything go black?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Looks fine on me.
Looks fine on you. No,
I'm still white.
Both my screens went black and then came back. So,
well, then the facts means you when you go black, you do have the option of coming back. No.
Sorry, my kids are trying to play with walkie-talkies right next to me, and they need to go somewhere else. Yeah, he hit the button and did the noise. Like, no, that's not what we're doing right now, guys. And it completely derailed my train of thought.
Like the train in Greencastle.
Yeah, like the train in Greencastle today. Well, I guess
fear mongering.
Fear mongering. I remember that part, but I don't remember where this thing was going.
You don't have no fear.
I don't think that's what I said. This goes back to, I guess, we're supposed to be careful with what words we say. The Bible tells us that. So, and if you're in a tone where you're speaking and you're pushing fear, I believe that's wrong and against what God wants us to do. It's not why we're talking about these things. We want people to know. We want people to be prepared and know what to look for. It's less about entertainment, more about trying to make sure people are prepared. And you don't need to be scared. I know war can be scary. I mean, it's people absolutely panic over it, and rightfully so, because you never know what's going to happen. You know, somebody gets the wrong message and over in Russia, and they say, "Hey, let's hit the nuclear button." A lot of bad can happen, but
a lot of bad.
God gives a joy to you that no matter what's going wrong in your life, you should have joy.
Yeah.
Sorry, running through with walkie-talkies again. You should be able to have a joy in your life, regardless of what's going on around you. You may not always be happy about it.
Like walkie-talkies.
Yeah, like kids running through with walkie-talkies in the middle of a recording. But that's what God, when we come to God, that's one thing you can look forward to, is having that joy, having that peace in your mind, because that's one thing that He promises you.
Mm-hmm.
It's peace in your mind, that everything's happening for a reason, and there's no need to be scared of it, and that we need to go on progressing the word, pushing forward, and just pushing forward for God. That brought to mind. Here's my Alex trail. Did I share to you guys the video today of the Rainmaker guy?
Think so?
Sure. I think so.
Where he says he believes he's doing God's work.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
His words, I'm paraphrasing because I don't have the video in front of me, that if we have the ability to stop drought and we don't take it, we're not doing what God wanted us to do when He told us to have dominion over everything on the earth.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that or not. That seems like it's pushing it just a little bit. But what are your guys' thoughts on that? Because, I mean, is that what he meant?
I don't think so. Because if we dial it back to the was it the prophet? Oh, Lord help me. Where he kept checking and then he finally saw a cloud like the shape of a hand. That was, it was a drought.
Size of a hand? Yeah.
Is from that
I remember
point.
the story.
Yeah. Was it? Oh, Lord. Was it? I'm not even going to. Is it Elijah? Or Elisha? Maybe?
One of the E names, I believe.
Forgive me if I don't remember it very well. I need to reread that. But just making the point about rain and having dominion, it seemed like that comes from a set nature thing that's in order, not set by us.
Yeah.
So, like, taking an animal's life for our consumption because we need subsistence, that's something that we can take dominion over.
Yes.
When the Israelites needed to make a sacrifice, that's something to take dominion over. That is your responsibility. That's your, you need to do that right and in order.
Yeah.
Trying to do a rain dance, per se, like,
Yeah.
the American Indians would do, and pray for rain, things like we can pray for rain. I mean, again, the prophet was able to pray for the sun and to stay up for a longer period of time, and God honored that.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, because I mean, praying for it and God bringing it is different than us taking our matters into our own hands
correct.
and shooting things into the sky.
But on that same point, though, if God gives you tools to use to do something and you choose not to use them,
Right.
how
I
is
mean,
that?
that's
How is that any better, though?
is that any different than God giving doctors the knowledge of how to save people and how to
Yeah.
the surgeons guiding
Or,
surgeons' hands in different things?
well, what about cloning then at that point? If you can clone animals to help, pestilence or famine, is that right or wrong? Is that obstructing the natural order of things?
Yeah, that's
We can keep digging this hole.
wow.
How deep we want to go?
We're digging deep, dude. This hole's getting deep because I don't see a way out of this that's correct or right. It's hard to understand. It's at what point is it the Tower of Babel again, and at what point is it what God wants?
I mean, in an extent, we're already kind of doing that thing with corn. Well, us Hoosiers, corn that we got growing out isn't the corn that was growing in the good old days.
No.
It is bioengineered husks of something that resembles corn.
Yes. Yep. I mean, we have changed so many foods and so many things over time.
Yeah.
Not to mention how many. I mean, I believe animals have been forced to change and all that kind of stuff because of what humans are doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not evolution. It's humans are pushing things to the limit, trying to produce things that are higher, things that are better. But at the same time, if you take, that's also why bread in the United States isn't allowed to be sold in other countries, because they have pushed grain to a point where it's no longer has no nutritional value, and it has nothing that it can offer a human other than fill in their stomach.
Constipation.
Well, they spray all of our grain in the United States, and that's one reason that we have such a gluten intolerance issue in America too.
It's not gluten; it's glyphosate.
Yeah, it's the chemical they spray on all of our. We call it a gluten intolerance because it's coming from the wheat, but it's not actually coming from the wheat. It's coming from the additives they add to the wheat that they don't have in all these other countries.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know that we can actually get good wheat in the United States unless you were to grow it yourself.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all the wheat, even if you go buy the wheat that you have to grind yourself, that's probably already been sprayed too. So it's probably already dead. They've done killed all the active ingredients inside of it. So it's I don't know.
I mean, you made the point about pushing things to their limit. Yesterday was the shortest day. I don't know if it was the shortest day in history, but it was the shortest day of this year.
That's what they said. Shortest day. I believe it was shortest day in history, but it was 1.3, 1.5 milliseconds.
Yeah.
How would you even tell?
In the measurable history.
In the measurable history.
We can measure everything all the way back to long before creation happened, remember? That's why they think dinosaurs and all that were 60 million years ago.
We can go down this rabbit hole, but just like global warming. Our water temperatures have raised 0.1 degrees over the last 100 years. How were we measuring the water temperatures 100 years down to a decimal point?
Yeah.
We weren't.
Exactly. We weren't.
Time travel.
We were not doing that. So there's no way that they can prove the stuff that they say today. I'm like, we weren't even measuring. Like, we don't even have these numbers. How are you making up these numbers?
Right.
You see, it all started in 1985 when Doc Brown invented the flux capacitor
And put it
and
in
stuck it in a
DeLorean.
DeLorean.
Woo! My hat. Let me get my hat.
But yeah, all started then.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on now, but the kid just went into his bedroom with his brother with a ninja sword and a bow staff.
One's going to come back out. Only one's going to come back out. Play the Mortal Kombat song.
Yep. Yeah, my money's on Dawson. So we're digging some deep holes here today,
Yeah.
So deep, we might need Alex's wand to find our way out.
right? Yeah, we're there's nothing buried here. Okay, so we can calm that down. The Alex should be back next episode.
Dang it.
Next episode, episode 26. We are celebrating our 1 year anniversary, though technically it is tomorrow. Tomorrow will mark 1 year since the last podcast was uploaded, or the first podcast was uploaded. We made it a year, guys.
Crazy.
Yep. I don't feel like it's been a year. We have some ups and downs, but it's been fun so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of why I wanted to try to do the live stream tonight, just to see how all well that went. I guess next week, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to record next week.
Are we still all getting
2
together?
weeks. That is the alleged plan for 2 weeks out. If I remember correct, Elizabeth is supposed to be out of town that Friday.
That's what Alex said.
Alex
Yes.
says a lot.
So
He's like
If
the
that's-
dinosaurs. May not be true.
if that's the case, we're supposed to do this at his house. If that's not the case, we got to figure out a plan B. But yeah, that's supposed to be the plan. So we'll see how that goes. He knows it's a plan. He'll say he forgot.
Yep.
Because he's already forgot once. But
Quote unquote.
yeah, that's what happens though when you time travel, like he allegedly does.
Mentally, not physically.
Yep, he does. He's loses days and weeks, months. I don't know. He's a busy kid. Got a lot going. So I don't know. Where else do we want to go tonight? We want to go into anything deeper? Anybody got any other items they would like to discuss? Check and see what I've sent to myself today. There's that one there.
I like that video you sent about the cloud seeding and stuff. He just said it's fact that we've been cloud seeding since like 1946.
Right? 1946. I didn't hear that part.
It might have been that video. I know. I watched a couple other videos that he was talking in today too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's, I mean, that is something that we're definitely going to go over hard in the next episode is the weather modification stuff.
yeah.
But it's crazy to me that people are coming out outright and saying now, hey, we are doing this. When for a long time,
We're not doing this.
we're not doing this. This is all natural. This is all climate change. It's not climate change. So here's where we're going to go down this deep dark path. Human derived climate change is a term they like to use for our actions lazily made the climate change. No, we are manipulating the climate, therefore it's changing.
It's probably what they've been doing.
So
Taking all
I've
our
had
funding.
to change my stance from saying no, humans have not caused climate change to we absolutely have. It's because you're being an idiot.
You're doing it on purpose.
Because you're being an idiot.
Doing it on purpose. Stop shooting lasers into the sky like Alex said last episode. You
Get a
gotta
real
stop.
job.
Yep. I'm not going that far. I do think we need to stop shooting. But it goes back in the point, should we do that? Should we not do that? Should they stop dropping chaff in the sky? Do you know that there is a national glitter shortage?
No.
Do you know what the rumor behind that is? They're dropping it as chaff in the sky to mess with the radars.
So it's a glitter bomb?
Yes, exactly. But there's only one factory that makes it. I'm
Makes what?
okay.
Glitter?
I have done zero research. This is all just I watch Ninjas Are Butterflies way too much, but they've gone into it in several episodes about how there's one company that makes glitter. They won't let anybody in there, but there's a great big shortage right now because they say the government's buying it all and shooting it into the skies. So, may be true, may not be true, but here we are talking about it. So, stop doing things that we're not meant to do. That's all I got.
Yes.
We don't need the woolly mammoth to come back. There's absolutely no need for it.
I want a burger.
Mammoth burger?
I want a woolly burger.
We can make it out of elephant and call it close enough.
No, dang it. I need a woolly burger. I need it.
Why would we need biodegradable glitter?
Because when it's late night and you're sweating, it gets off you a little bit easier.
That way it biodegrades before it hits the ground.
Or that.
When they drop it in the skies.
That's what I'm like. I googled it and it says there's a few different companies that make it, but the largest one is called Meadowbrook Inventions. It's located in New Jersey, where they're known for their precision cutting glitter and pioneering role in biodegradable glitter.
Yep. Why does it need to be biodegradable, you ask?
Because I ain't picking it up.
Because they're shooting it into the skies. And they would have a field day if they saw glitter laying all over the ground all the time, wouldn't they? How did the kids get upstairs?
They're ninjas.
Yeah, you just said they had a ninja sword and a bow staff, so they're obviously training to be Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, they are. And then I have the nunchucks.
Go ninja.
Size. I have the size.
I believe I have the nunchucks.
You have the nunchuck. I have the size. Leo, do you remember Dad telling us how he got those? The story he liked to tell, me at least, was that he beat the Ninja Turtles up and took them.
I believe it.
I don't believe it at all. At all.
I also have his sword, so
He did not have a samurai sword. What was it?
no, it's like I don't remember.
I remember it now that you said that, but I've forgotten he had one.
It's more of like a medieval style because it's got like the big brass like handle and
Yeah. So, question I have: why isn't that on the wall behind you?
You got a big old white wall.
I don't know.
I find your lack of sword disappealing.
You have one graphic on your wall, and you're blocking all of it.
I have 3, but you can't. I gotta move them a little bit. They're not.
The only one I can see right now is the train, and you're completely blocking that dude. So
You're derailing it.
Yep. What was that train in Greencastle carrying, Tyler?
They said it was nothing hazardous, but I really don't remember any other information. Because no one gets injured and no one has any biohazard stuff. That kind of just gets under the radar.
Yep. Nothing to see here.
Let's see.
It
It was a CSX train.
Is there anything else in this area?
Yeah, Union Pacific runs through here. Indiana Railroad.
I forgot about Indiana Railroad. That kind of makes sense.
But Union Pacific runs straight through all the time, too.
I remember seeing Santa Fe when we were growing up. I don't think it was very, very common for them to come all over here, but
Well, you don't see Santa Fe anymore because they merged with Burlington Northern. That's why you see BNSF now.
I remember that. Yeah, that's a big one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two merged, so you have BNSF. That's both Burlington Northern and Santa Fe.
I see. Pastor's currently sending me eBay things. So we're what he's trying to get us to buy for the church right now.
It says it was there was cars. It was like an auto rack delivering like actual like automobiles.
Sabotage. Teslas, wasn't it?
I don't know. It didn't say.
Oh, Teslas. I don't know. It's yeah. Who derailed the train? It's not normal for them to derail. It could have been the heat, I guess.
A lot of times
Could have been the heat.
Flexes the tracks and
I don't trust it at all.
I
am so skeptical of everything now. They're back upstairs. They went.
Says
These kids.
All cars remained upright on the derailment, so they didn't even fall over.
Yeah.
Huh. Must have been going slow. Going slow, running off the rails. Just like this podcast went off the rails.
Whoop, whoop.
We are not on the topics we started with, but I guess we really didn't have. It's my part, I guess. I thought we had more to say about that topic than what we did, but here we are. We made it an hour, Tyler. How are you doing on time? What do you need to do?
I got to give my baby a bath.
Yeah.
Today's bath day.
So, today's bath day. Well, with that, I guess we will let you go. We'll call this thing closed for the night. It's been fun. 2 weeks. We'll all hopefully be together doing this either in Alex's or Leo's living room.
I say we record it in Alex's bathroom. All of us just go in there. We record the intro together in his bathroom. Without Alex there, he doesn't know we're in there.
I like that idea. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. We have that plan.
B&E.
Right. Thank you, everybody. Let's have a good night.
See you.
Hopefully I didn't mess that up.
Says we're still live.